Now, many people have concerns about their body image. These concerns often focus on weight, skin, and of course, on the shape or size of a certain body part.
A positive body image, they say, relates to body satisfaction, while a negative body image relates to dissatisfaction. And experts say the way a person feels about their body can be influenced by many different factors.
According to the National Eating Disorder Association, a range of beliefs, experience, and generalizations contribute to the body image. Throughout history, people have valued the beauty of the human body to how the society, media, social media, and of course popular culture often shape their views, which can affect how people see their own bodies.
However, popular standards are not always helpful.
I think this is one of the interviews that I want to have.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very real interview, like it's relatable. But joining us live is an assistant professor of psychology at the Bentley University in the United States of America, Dr. Yenike Balogun. Thank you for coming.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so now let's begin with the very basic question. So when we say body image, what exactly are we talking about, and how do people perceive their body image?
Yeah, it's a good question. So if you think of the word image, right, this picture that we have in our minds about our bodies, right? So if you think about that, it's not only this image that we have in our minds, it's also how we think and feel about it. So how you think about it, am I tall, am I short, am I balding, is my hair graying, am I dark skin, am I light skin? That's a thought. But we also have feelings about that, right? So your image includes, do you have positive feelings or negative feelings about your body? Do you think your body size and your appearance is appreciated by people who see you? Is it not? So body image is quite complex. It has a lot of factors that contribute to it. But generally, our body image, especially when it's negative, can impact us negatively.
So, you know why I'm so happy you're talking about this? Because I met quite a number of people. Ladies.
Yes. Be truthful.
Let's be specific. Yeah. And of course, in the specification of it is where you see a lady who says, I don't like how my G gets.
Just go there. Like, why do people do BBL? You know? Yeah.
I just want to know, I don't like how my body is. You know, like she said, why do people do BBL? G get. They don't feel well accepted in their own body. Yeah. What exactly is
who created that standard?
That standard. What's, you know, how did that even come into place in the first place?
Who created that standard? That's a
really
good
question.
Of what should be enough. Of what should be.
Yeah.
So, you know, this idea that women are particularly impacted by body image is true. The standards for women are particularly narrow, right? And usually if you're getting comments about your bodies because somehow you're not fitting that narrow standard. And who sets it? Well, it's the people around us, it's our society, it's media, right? So who is it that's on the cover of magazines? That gives you a message of who's considered beautiful, right? Who are the anchors on TV, right? What do they look like? Because there is a sense that you're palatable, right? And so it's a standard that's set and it's reinforced daily. You see people in your life who are appreciated by other people. The male gaze is particularly important, so who are men appreciating, looking at, paying attention to, spending money on? Like all of that is a message to women about what they should look like to get that type of attention, what they should look like to be valued. So the messages are clear from when we're very, very young. You know, people are commenting on your skin tone, people are commenting on your body size. And we live in a culture in Nigeria where people are particularly blunt. If your body size changes, you hear everywhere you are, what happened? You know? And if they're particularly blunt, why are you so fat? You know, and you hear those messages consistently. And if you are particularly in a body as a woman, those messages really impact you and begin to, in many ways, pressure you to do something about it if you have the means. So why do you do BBL? Because you think that there's something wrong with how you look.
Okay.
And so you want to be appreciated.
Okay, so now, because let's look at this the way it affects the mental health of women. Because, I mean, we live in a society where Western world down here, men are getting the affirmation that, you know, six-packs does not matter. I'd rather have a man who has a one-pack but takes care of the bills. So it makes them, not like they're not men like Demola that go to the gym, but they feel less pressured, you know, but then, like you said, women constantly are being commented on, you know, your stomach is too big, you're fat, with this. So in the long run, how does this affect the mental health of both gender?
I mean, I think generally how we are perceived, whether or not we think we're valued and appreciated, is central to the quality of our existence and our lives, right? So I think for men, especially in our society, there's a wide range of ways they can show up as valuable. If they are high earning, right, it doesn't quite matter whether or not they're fitting that box of what is attractive, is it? Like, they are now high earning and they have money, and for that reason, what they look like is less, you know, it's not quite as central. For women, even if you are high earning, there's a way in which what you look like in your body still matters, because it's a matter of power, isn't it? So women have a more narrow box that they have to necessarily approximate to be appreciated, and most of it is your looks. So the value for women, your cachet, your, you know, basically your market value has a lot to do with what you look like. And so I think for women particularly, the research shows that for women it's particularly damaging. So it's cause for a lot of emotional concerns, and also the kind of body modification decisions that can be very harmful. So skin bleaching, all sorts of surgeries to augment your body in one way or another. What's the word I'm looking for? Eating disorders, things like that. So all of those come from the pressure that you're not approximating beauty standards in your particular culture. And for us, the standards are very clear. You see that. You're not quite ready if you're not heavily made up and your hair is not done in some way, right? So all of us have internalized that. Okay, so
there's something that you said that I just wanted to, before I ask my question, maybe you just help me out. When you say your market value. Yeah. Before I ask my question, what does that mean when you say your market value?
Well, I mean, your market value is that you're looked at and people think that you are worthy of attention, that you are the kind of person that would be appreciated. And for many women who aspire to marriage, right, how do you get there? How do you get, you know, not only any suitor, but a suitor that is quite, you know, what high earning, and is appreciated, right? An eligible suitor. Right? There are rules and there are standards for the type of woman who would be appreciated in that way. And women gather those cues because you're looking around and you're seeing who is it that gets the eligible bachelor. I have to look like that.
Interesting. So it now brings me to my question. Must that market value be placed above, this is how I look, and I want to be beautiful the way I want to be beautiful, irrespective of how the market value is?
That's the goal, isn't it?
Yes. And also, you know, to add to that, because I know of a certain person, I may not want to mention her name, but was a plane crash survivor, and you know, she was severely burned, so she has the scars all over her body, her face. But then you see her consistently coming out there, you know, talking about how beautiful that she is, irrespective of that.
Exactly.
So, and I'm very sure that that takes a lot of some mental power to do that, because you can imagine the stare she gets each time she comes into a room. So how can people who even have less problems feel beautifully?
Exactly. Irrespective of the market value.
Like I said to you, that's the goal, right? Body positivity is the goal. This idea that you can believe, regardless of what's happening around you, that, and however you look, that you have dignity and you have value. That's something that can come from inside you. But body positivity is also something that can come externally. So I think this is where the media has a role, right? If you are able to present people who really look all sorts of different ways, have all sorts of different body sizes, people who have vitiligo, people who are heavily scarred, and those people are also featured and they are appreciated, it communicates to people in our community that it doesn't necessarily matter how you look. Inside of you, there is this inherent dignity. We don't do a very good job of that.
Thank you so much. I think I wish I could have you more.
I wish we could ask.
I have a
more
lot of things I want to
questions.
say.
Because really now, you're eating and then there's a kind of stare. Your mother gives you like,
Do I give you that kind of stuff?
yes, their mother does it sometimes. But I understand it's for my health.
Exactly. So, I think another message that we can actually pass around is that people should take their body exercise very important, because that gives you some level of confidence. I think that really, really should resonate into everybody. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for
really
having me.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It was good.
All right.